Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Some of you guys recommended that we should review all of the Sun and Moon era Pokemon card sets together, and I absolutely agree. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't done that already on this channel. There are 16 Sun and Moon era Pokemon card set. That's a lot, and it's going to be really challenging to compare these sets to one another. You can probably compare one or two sets next to each other, but 16 is going to be very challenging. So I tried to take an analytical approach, rated all of these sets on 5 different factors, and I think this is a really solid list. So what are the 5 factors? The first one is the variety of the set. This just really means like how varied the set is, how much enjoyment you're gonna get from seeing different cards. The second category is the chase of the set. This is the most expensive or most desirable card from the set, and every single Pokemon card set is going to have a different chase. How desirable the chase is does matter quite a bit. The third factor is the pack opening experience. How much fun are you going to have opening up these packs? The fourth factor is collectability. How much potential and how desirable are these sets going to be in the long term? And the final factor is the twice baked score. This is really my own personal flavor on the set. This is how much I enjoy these sets and my own personal ratings. All of these ratings were done from 1 to 10, so the highest potential score is 50 and the lowest possible score is 5. No set scored a 5 and no set scored a 50, so let's jump right into our first set. The weakest Sun and Moon era Pokemon card set is Crimson Invasion. It got a total score of 20 out of 50. We're not going to go over the individual factors, but I do have them listed. If you want to see all of the factors, there will be a link down in the description so you can see the full scoring systems. As well, you can use my own template to score these sets yourself, and maybe your list will look a little bit differently. I'm totally cool with that. So why is Crimson Invasion rated as the worst set? Well, Crimson Invasion was very heavily overprinted. If you guys remember, this was around the Pokemon Go hype era. Around 4 or 5 years ago when Pokemon Go was released on the App Store, a lot of people also joined in on the Pokemon trading card game, and we had a little bit of a boom, and Pokemon printed a lot of sets excessively, and Crimson Invasion fell into that trap. And it wasn't a very desirable set. There were seriously game stores that went out of business because partially due to Crimson Invasion. Crimson Invasion sold really poorly. The Ultra Beast didn't do very well. The chase card in this set is the Gyarados GX, which is a desirable card, but as a chase, it's also kind of a weak chase. So out of 16 Sun and Moon era set, I think it's totally fair of me to put Crimson Invasion at the bottom. At number 15, we have Guardians Rising, a really solid set, so I'm actually surprised that it's so low on this list. But going over the numbers, I think it makes total sense. This set focused a lot on the Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele's and all the other Tapu cards. And honestly, the Guardians from Sun and Moon were not super big hits. They were okay. They were okay in the TCG, but we're not really rating these on playability. And I know some people are going to question why not. Well, a big reason for that is I'm really thinking long terms with this set. Playabilities only really matter for 3 or 4 years, and after the sets are rotated out, then it's all about collectability. So for the long term, I think we really got to focus on how collectible these sets are. And Guardians Rising is not a really super collectible set. The chase card of Guardian Rising is Sylveon GX. A pretty decent chase, but Sylveon isn't even the most popular evolution. So honestly, a little bit mediocre. There was a lot of room for improvements. No really powerful or popular Pokemon or chase trainer cards or anything of that sort. It's quite lackluster when you compare it to all the other sets on this list. I think Guardians Rising, unfortunately, is a little bit forgettable. In number 14th place on the list for all of the Sun and Moon era sets, surprisingly, we have Detective Pikachu, which I didn't think would rate this high at all. I actually thought Detective Pikachu would be the weakest Sun and Moon era set. It is an official set. So why is Detective Pikachu higher than some actual Pokemon card set? Well, it does have very low variety of set. It actually has the lowest score out of all of these sets in terms of variety. And this makes total sense because the set only has 17 cards. You open up a couple booster packs and you're gonna see a lot of duplicates again and again. The pack opening experience is really lackluster as well, but where does it really shine is collectability. It got a total score of 23 out of 50, a little bit higher than Guardian Rising or Crimson Invasion. And a big reason for this is that surprisingly, a lot of people want to collect Detective Pikachu products long term. Some of the Detective Pikachu sealed products are actually really starting to climb in value as people see these as niche collectibles that would look just fun for display purposes on the long term. And it does make sense if you've seen some of the Detective Pikachu sealed products. They're really out there. They're a little bit more different. I really enjoy the Detective Pikachu case files. I think these are kind of unique, kind of different ways of formatting some products for retail. And I think overall, long-term, Detective Pikachu does shine pretty well as sealed products and sealed collectibles go. The chase card is a Charizard card, but it's not a super desirable Charizard. There is a more desirable Charizard in the case file, a promo version, and it's really solid. In 13th place, we have the Sun and Moon base set with a total score of 26 out of 50, a pretty middle of the road set. The chase card for this set is the Umbreon GX as well as the Espeon GX, which are pretty solid chase cards, but this set really fell into the same sort of trap that Crimson Invasion and some of the earlier Sun and Moon era set fell into, which was they were very heavily overprinted. There is a lot of Sun and Moon base set booster packs just lying around out there. There's quite a few of them in all kinds of different products. These booster packs were pretty much shoved everywhere, and overall this set just doesn't compare as well to the other sets that are above it on the list, right? It's not a terrible set, but there's just way better sets. And I do look at all the cards inside of this set as well as the full art trainers, the secret rare, rainbow rare, hyper rares, anything that is identifiably popular or collectible in the set. And it's kind of weak when it comes to a lot of these categories. Umbreon GX and Espeon GX are solid chase cards. For full art trainers, it's not doing super great. There is a Lily card in this set, but it's not the popular of the Lily cards. There are more desirable ones out there, and there's just too many Sun and Moon based sealed products out there. It might do better long term because it is a base set, but overall, the other sets that are above it on this list, I just think outshines it. In 12th place, we have Dragon Majesty, and I think that's going to be a controversial one. Dragon Majesty got a total score of 27 out of 50, so higher than all the other ones on this list. So why is Dragon Majesty, which is a holiday set, so low on this list? And overall, it's because Dragon Majesty is actually a fairly small set. If you open up Dragon Majesty booster packs, as I have in the past, you're gonna have what I would say is a mediocre time. You're not gonna have a super fun time. The set is very small. It's almost like a Champion's Path set, and you're gonna see duplicate cards again and again and again. There are some very desirable chase legendary cards in Dragon Majesty. The chase card is the Ultra Necrozma GX, which is a pretty solid chase. There are quite a few legendary dragon Pokemon inside of Dragon Majesty, but these are going to be extremely difficult to pull. In most cases, the pack opening experience and the set variety just isn't that desirable. Dragon Majesty booster packs are actually quite rare, so it scored pretty well in terms of collectability, but overall, it just didn't do as well on all of the other categories. In 11th place, we have Forbidden Light. The chase card for this set is Greninja GX, and it got a total score of 31 out of 50. Lots of legendary GX cards inside of this set, most of them from the XY era. I think Forbidden Light was a really heavy emphasis on XY era Pokemon cards, and honestly, really solid overall. Like, this is a really solid set. I think the chase being Greninja GX is pretty cool. Overall, it's it doesn't super stand out. The fact that it has Greninja GX is one of the major factors why it's so high on this list, is that Greninja is a really popular Pokemon, and a lot of people are betting that Greninja cards are going to really climb in value long term because of Greninja's current popularity overall, spanning beyond just the TCG. Greninja is popular in the games, Greninja is popular everywhere. So overall, Forbidden Light is actually pretty solid. Some decent full art trainers, a lot of cool legendary cards, and a really solid middle pack. Like out of all of these sets, I think Forbidden Light fits perfectly right in the middle. Next up in 10th place, we have Celestial Storm. Really solid booster packs and booster box and set overall. Celestial Storm got a total score of 32 out of 50, really solid showing. There are two major chase cards in Celestial Storm, and that is the Lycia full art card as well as the Rayquaza GX. Both of these are really solid chases, so you got something for both full art trainer collectors and Pokemon card collectors or Pokemon collectors. And overall, Celestial Storm is actually when the Pokemon Company was starting to turn around. So you can really see a shift in era. Some of the earlier Sun and Moon era sets were overprinted, and some of the middle of the road sets like Forbidden Light and Celestial Storm, this was when the Pokemon Company was really starting to slow down on the cranks when it comes to print runs. The print runs numbers on some of these middle of the road sets are a little bit lower, and honestly that really helps them out in terms of collectability long term. None of these sets are going to be in danger of being reprinted anytime soon. If you can pick up a Celestial Storm or a Forbidden Light booster box, you're going to do just fine long term. And in 9th place, we have Lost Thunder. The chase for this set is the Lugia GX. And Lugia, as everyone knows, is a fan favorite legendary Pokemon. So the chase of this set scored very well. Overall, it got a total score of 33 out of 50. And that's mainly thanks to Lugia GX being the chase card of the set. The pack opening experience for Lost Thunder is okay, but there is quite a bit of variety. There's quite a few other desirable secret rares and full art trainers inside of this set. And one of my personal favorite is the Mimikyu GX. Mimikyu is a very popular Pokemon, and there aren't a lot of collectible Mimikyu cards, so having the most desirable Mimikyu outside of the Scream Mimikyu from Japan being in this set, which is the secret rare Mimikyu GX, I think that's really solid as far as a Mimikyu collectible go. And Lugia GX is of course a rock star card, and it's doing really well to help the overall value and desirability of Lost Thunder. In 8th place, and being above half of the sets inside of Sun and Moon, so all these sets that I'm going to list off now are what we would consider above average. We have Ultra Prism in 8th place with a total score of 34 out of 50. Ultra Prism was considered kind of a lackluster set, but there's a couple of major factors that have really improved Ultra Prisms over the year, which is surprising, right? Because a set is released and the cards in the set are the cards in the set. It doesn't change, but people's perspective and collectors' perspective really change. And one of the cards that really stand out from Ultra Prism is the Lily Full Art Trainer card, which is one of the most popular and desirable full art trainer cards in the English collectible scene. A really hot card overall, but there's also a bunch of other cards that are really good inside of this set, including the Cynthia Full Art. And even if you don't like those full art trainer cards, there's some other really desirable cards, including the Solgaleo GX Gold card and the Lunala GX Gold card. So there's a little bit of something in here for everyone. And another major factor that really helps out Ultra Prism is that the print run for Ultra Prism was always unusually low. I don't know the full story for why the Pokemon Company had a couple print errors with Ultra Prism, but in general, Ultra Prism has always had a smaller print run compared to a lot of the other Sun and Moon era set, and this has really helped the sealed product prices for Ultra Prism climb over time. In 7th place, we have Burning Shadows, a really solid set and a surprising showing because Burning Shadows was part of the early era of Sun and Moon, and it was very heavily printed. but there's one reason why Burning Shadows is so high on this list, and that is Charizard. There is a very popular and high in demand Chase Charizard GX inside of Burning Shadows. This set was very heavily printed, but Charizard really pushing this set all the way up to the forefront by having a super desirable chase card inside of this set with the Charizard GX. That's the main reason why this set is so high. Is that so many people are cracking open Burning Shadows booster packs just to get this chase card. I'm seeing people open up like hundreds and hundreds of booster packs. So Burning Shadows is really popular right now, and its collectability long term is really solid thanks to Charizard pretty much carrying this set solo, because there really isn't much else inside of Burning Shadows. If you're opening up Burning Shadows booster pack, you're not going to have an amazing time unless you really get that Charizard GX. In 6th place, we have Shining Legends. You know, some people are going to rate Shining Legends a little bit higher, but looking at the overall score, I think it makes sense for Shining Legends to be in 6th place with a total score of 36 out of 50. So why is Shining Legends so high on the list but not near the top? So some of the big reasons is that it's got a very small set. The variety of the set is actually pretty abysmal. There aren't a lot of cards in Shining Legends, and if you've opened up Shining Legends booster packs, you might notice you're gonna see duplicates pretty darn fast. Pretty much within the second pack of Shining Legends you open, you're gonna see a lot of duplicates again. And there are some really cool chase cards in Shining Legends, so let's not forget, it's also really high on this list. Thanks to a bunch of reasons. There are a lot of shining legendary Pokemons in Shining Legends, including a very popular Shining Rayquaza card. And overall, the chase cards are solid too. We have two major chase cards, and that is the Test Tube Mewtwo GX as well as the Secret Rainbow Rare Mewtwo GX. But those cards are going to be extremely challenging to pull. You're most likely not going to pull those. In most cases, you're going to open your Shining Legend booster packs and you're going to find a regular ultra rare GX. And outside of the chase cards from Shining Legends, the pack opening experience for Shining Legends is going to be a little bit lackluster. There are just so many duplicates in this set. But yeah, the chase cards and the collectability of Shining Legends is really carrying it through to the top of the list right now. On to 5th place. Now we're starting to get some of the cream of the crops in terms of really desirable sets from Sun and Moon. And in 5th place, we have Unified Minds, one of the tag team era Pokemon card set. And this era really stands out because the Pokemon company really knocked it out of the park. All of the tag team era booster packs and sets are really solid overall. They just brought so much more variety to the packs and sets. You also get a ton of Tag Team GX cards, and this was also the era when they brought in the alternative art. All of the Tag Team era sets have alternative art, and these really help them. All of these sets are really collectible, and Unified Minds is the first one with a total score of 37 out of 50. It's actually the weakest of all of the Tag Team era sets. And overall, it's because the chase card of the set is the Tag Team Mewtwo and Mew GX, which is a pretty solid chase card. It's also got some variety with Misty's Favor and Blue's Tactics. There's plenty of full art trainers that are really desirable in Unified Minds, but it's just a little bit weaker compared to some of the other top sets on this list, and that's why it really stands out with one of the lower scores out of the top list actually. In 4th place, we have Unbroken Bonds. Now we're talking about some really popular set. Unbroken Bonds was so popular from the day that it was released with both collectors and players that they pretty much reprinted it within 2 to 3 months. And they've reprinted this set like 4 or 5 times, and it's still really hot no matter how many times they reprint it. There are lots of great cards in Unbroken Bonds. It got a total score of 40 out of 50 on this list, which is a really high score, pretty much like 8s and 9s across the board. Overall, the pack opening experience for Unbroken Bonds is going to be a little bit lackluster because the pull rates are not the best. There are some really cool cards in this set. The chase card from Unbroken Bonds is the Charizard and Reshiram Hyper Rare GX, which is a decent chase card. It's not the most popular chase card or the most popular GX cards or the most popular Charizard card, but it's a really solid set. Really solid chase. Overall, if you span all of the cards in Unbroken Bonds, you're probably going to have a decent time opening up some booster packs and probably finding 1 or 2 cards that you're going to enjoy. We don't really talk a lot about playability on this list, but in terms of playability, like Unbroken Bonds is really solid. I mean, Dedenne GX was in this set, and Dedenne GX really carried this set for a long time. But now that the set is almost about to be rotated out of standard, it's really more about the collectability, and Unbroken Bonds is super collectible. In third place, we have Team Up, one of my favorite sets. This set got a total score of 42 out of 50. The chase card for this set is the alternative art Latios and Latios Tag Team GX card. And this was a card that I knew was underrated for a long time. I could not believe that this card used to go for $20. I used to purchase this card all the time for $20 and give them to other collectors and friends because it's such a cool card to give away. A really solid card, a really cool chase card, and kind of something different to see as a chase card. So I definitely hope the Pokemon Company do more unique artworks like these and that really tug on your heartstring, you know, no puns intended. Overall, Team Up is a really solid set as well, and one of the factors that really jump out for Team Up is the collectability. Team Up is super collectible right now because Team Up never had a reprint. A lot of the other sets on this list, in fact, I think all of the other ones on this list, have been reprinted at some point, and for whatever reason, Team Up never got a reprint. Mark my word, it might happen though. Team Up is not out of rotation yet. Ultra Prism got a reprint 1 month before it rotated out of standard. It's still possible for Team Up to be reprinted. So if you don't have a sealed Team Up booster box inside your collection, because Lord knows they're currently going for like $1,000 right now, have some hope. There is still a chance that Team Up could be reprinted and booster box prices might drop down to probably as low as even $300 a booster box. So hang on there. We just don't know for sure if Team Up is going to be reprinted or not, but it definitely deserves a reprint because it was never reprinted. So one of the reasons why Team Up is higher on the list than all these other sets is how collectible it is. There's just so few Team Up products out there. If you can find a single booster packs of Team Up in any sealed product, you're going to be happy. In second place for the best Sun and Moon era set, we have Cosmic Eclipse, a really solid set that stands out even among all the tag team sets. It got a total score of 43 out of 50, which is higher than all the other scores on this list. So why is Cosmic Eclipse standing out? In terms of set variety, it's definitely better. There's just so much in Cosmic Eclipse. It's a massive set. In fact, I think it might hold the record for the largest Pokemon card set ever released in English. Maybe Shining Fates has got it beat if you consider the Shining Vault subset, but Cosmic Eclipse stands as a gargantuan set. There's just so many cards inside of Cosmic Eclipse, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Cosmic Eclipse was the last Sun and Moon era Pokemon card set, and it was the last chance for English to print a bunch of cards. Like there was a bunch of cards that they needed to print in English because after that they were going to Sword and Shield, and they didn't want to print any GX cards in Sword and Shield sets. So a lot of miscellaneous cards got shoved into Cosmic Eclipse, and it's a massive set. There's so much variety, ton of Tag Team GX cards, tons of Secret Rare, tons of full art trainer cards, and of course it has a unique secret rare full art trainer and Pokemon card subset. So there's just a lot going for Cosmic Eclipse. It's a really fun set to open, and it continues to be a really popular set overall. And in first place as the most popular Sun and Moon era Pokemon card set with a whopping score of 47 out of 50, we have Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates continues to dominate as the most amazing Sun and Moon era set by far. Like it is a solid jump above all of the rest. None of the other sets come close to it, and there's a couple major reasons. Hidden Fates is a lot of fun to open. There's enough variety that you're going to be opening up Hidden Fates booster packs up to like the 100th booster pack, and you're going to still see new cards. You're still going to be wowed by a decent pull every now and again. You're going to be constantly seeing hits after hits after hits. This was one of the reasons why Hidden Fates was so popular, because a lot of times for the other sets on this list, you're going to be opening up like 5 or 10 booster packs and you might not get anything good. With Hidden Fates, after a couple of booster packs, you're going to see shiny Pokemon, full art trainers, and all kinds of cool stuff. The chase card of this set is the Shiny Charizard GX, a really popular chase Pokemon card, and it continues to dominate in terms of prices. The collectability of this set is really high. It's been reprinted so many times. Like Hidden Fates has been reprinted like 5 or 6 times, and the prices for sealed products of Hidden Fates continues to climb. It's pretty wild. I just can't get enough of Hidden Fates. I have some sealed products of Hidden Fates, and I'm going to tell you right now, even if I were to buy more of Hidden Fates, it's still not enough. Like, this set is so good. I'm craving opening up Hidden Fates products right now, and I know like I just don't have enough Hidden Fates products for 10 or 20 years down the line. This is going to be a fun set for me to crack open and just find cards. Like, the collectability of this set is great. The variety of this set is great. The popularity of this set is great. There's very little to really complain about. If you're looking for a Sun and Moon era Pokemon card set to collect, Hidden Fates should be near at the top of your list pretty much no matter what. Like, there's a little bit of something in here for everyone, and it continues to dominate in terms of Sun and Moon era set. Like, nothing comes even close to Hidden Fates. Alright everybody, that's the end of today's video, and that was our review of the best Sun and Moon era Pokemon card set. If you'd like to see the whole entire table, then it is down in the description. As well, I have a blank sheet so that you can rate these sets yourself and see how your scores compare to mine. I was actually a bit harsh on some of these sets because I really wanted to have them spread apart and stand out, so I can clearly see like which one would be above the other. So it was completely on purpose that I rated some of these kind of harshly to make sure that they really stand out on the list. But overall, maybe your list is a little bit different from mine, and that's totally cool with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.